This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree, well, sometimes.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC. It just starts in black and white.
Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Do you feel blame?
No.
Feel rage?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Woods Bob Replenish?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Well, welcome to the Doc and Amy Show. It's Sunday again, just like you expected, and we are here with our full complement. Amy is here, and John is here. Welcome back, John.
Thank you.
Eddie was here last week. We enjoyed our time with him, but we always love to see your bright, smiling face in the studio. I do want to tell everyone that right off the bat that you can get in touch with us here live, 856-227-1360. Seeing as how we're on WNJC 1360 and proud to be here. You can also get in touch with us at thedocandamyshow.com. That with the www in front. You don't want to leave that out. You can tweet us, and that's at Doc and Amy Show. What?
It's tweet.
It never has been for me. I don't know how you can't get that. Anyway, I think that covers everything. Amy, of course, as always, interrupting my intro.
I love it.
And fiddling around with her little machine over there. So, we always open up with, or have been traditionally opening up with, kind of letting you know what holidays are being celebrated in the month and on the day that we bring the show to you. Now, as you remember, June, or may not remember, I don't know, there are some bizarre and unique holidays. And for the month of June, months are designated for some purpose. So the month designations for June include Aquarium Month, Candy Month, Dairy Month, Fight the Filthy Fly Month, Gay Pride Month, National Accordion Awareness Month, National Adopt a Cat Month, National Fresh Fruit and Vegetables Month, Rose Month, Turkey Lovers Month, and so forth. So, those are some things I hope you had a chance to celebrate. But as today is designated, there are 3 holidays today.
Okay.
The first is Camera Day. So everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Camera Day is celebrated, of course, with pictures or moving pictures or webcams or whatever you happen to have with you.
Oh, boy.
And this is just a way to celebrate capturing those special moments and so forth with your photographic devices. We don't know exactly where this started. Now, George Eastman is considered the father of photography. He didn't invent the process, but he made so many processes and inventions and was able to create the mass production that brought cameras to everybody. So pretty much you can look at George Eastman as kind of the guy that made this day possible. So if you want to, get involved in that today, I would go out and take a picture of something. Also, we have Hug Holiday. Today is Hug Holiday Day, which seems redundant, I guess. I don't know. But it encourages us, to give hugs to those who need them. On this day, people go out and give hugs at senior citizen centers, hospitals, and other places. The focus is upon elderly, sick, and invalid, lonely people. Why me? And anyone who needs the warmth, cheer, and love that a hug provides. I know, given the exchange that Amy and I had before the show, I won't be getting one today.
He was busting my chops.
Yes, well, you consider your chops busted. So that is hardly needs much more explanation. Give somebody a hug, and that will certainly brighten their day. It's also Waffle Iron Day.
Waffle Iron Day. Well, that is very ironic.
Not yet, it isn't. Let me finish. We are also going to call that George Foreman Grill Day, since they are one and the same. But it's actually, there's a very interesting thing I was getting to, the origin of the waffle. And the waffle dates back to the 1300s in Greece. The Greeks cooked flat cakes between two metal pans. At the time, they topped it with cheeses and herbs. Yuck. Pancake syrup wasn't around back then. But you know what to do. Get out there and make some waffles and celebrate today, which is Waffle Iron Day. So,
what I was trying to say...
I'm sorry I cut you off, but I wanted to...
No, you aren't. You weren't sorry at all.
Not at all.
Is that we are actually, ironically, even though I did not know it was Waffle Iron Day, we're having Belgian waffles for dinner tonight. We're having breakfast for dinner.
Bulging waffles?
Bulging waffles.
All right. Well, I won't ask how you create those.
Because I want to do something quick after the show. So we're having Belgian waffles for dinner. That was weird that I picked that to have, because we never do that for dinner.
Well,
and you didn't say anything about it being Waffle Day when I mentioned we were going to have them. Did you just want to surprise me?
At this point, I just don't want to get involved. Okay. No, it's Waffle Day. I am just. What is that sound? What are you?
There's sounds.
It sounds like somebody dragging a dead cat across marbles. I don't know. So anyway, today is...
That's exactly what it says. It says dead cat across marbles.
Well, see,
that's the name of the sound.
That's how good I am.
You hit the nail right on the head.
And I do that quite often. Anyway, so those are the holidays. Please celebrate that. And you can celebrate with us. Again, 856-227-1360. And we always enjoy hearing from folks. You can tell us how you're celebrating Hug Day.
Celebrating?
Salivating. Celebrating Camera Day, Hug Day, and Waffle Day. If you could just take a picture of yourself hugging a waffle. How's that?
Not the waffle iron, though.
No, go for it.
That would be painful. It's not third-degree burn day.
Now play the sound. That would be appropriate. Okay. And I'm going through my notes here. That's someone hugging
sizzling.
Someone hugging a live waffle iron. There we go. I did want to bring up a kind of a scientific matter today.
Okay.
This is very interesting. And for those of us listening out in the lobby, this is an article about poop.
Really?
Yes. Scatological science is what it's called. Oldest human poop fossils are no laughing matter. Reuters originated this story. It says, don't laugh, but the discovery of the oldest known human poop is offering valuable scientific insight into the life of Neanderthals who lived in Spain some 50,000 years ago. And they, traveled to Greece. And
they had politicians then? Okay.
Yeah, whatever. They found 5 samples of human fecal matter at an archaeological site called El Salt, whatever, on the floor of a rock shelter where Neanderthals once lived. Now, they were talking about these people inventing fireplaces in there and tools and so forth, but they pooped on the floor. Okay, so we were still waiting on certain advancements. But it showed the fossilized remains of certain types of elements that suggest certain types of food being eaten. I'm looking. They actually found coprostanol, which is formed by the bacterial reduction of cholesterol in the gut, so that's evidence of the eating of meat. But they also found significant evidence of 5-beta-stigmastanol, which comes from plants. So
they were eating both.
They had a salad,
right,
and then they ate a horse. So, no, but they are these scientists. People, go to college for half their lives to go into old caves and cut open poop. So, what was that?
Poo poo, mommy.
John,
it's what the little cave boy.
You have some control over this over there.
On a side note,
I love side notes.
It is very odd and ironic to me that the word fecal is so fun to say. Fecal. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
I hope
gross.
Not. But that suggests something really, really strange if fecal rolls off your tongue.
But this is fecal. It's just happy. It's a happy word.
Well, I know I'm going to feel like crap if I wake up in the fecal position. Whatever. Anyway,
Oh my God, that's so wrong.
Yeah, welcome to our last show of the documentary. Yes. John. do you have any individual control over?
No, he doesn't.
Her off?
No.
See, it's not just me.
The
is it?
wrath of Amy. Look, his face got all red.
What is that going to be? A Star Trek movie?
I'm not very intimidating, unfortunately.
No, that's like being bitten by a worm. So anyway,
Thanks.
what we like to we have a threatening Valentine's Day card. What we do like to do in the beginning of in the beginning of our show, my favorite thing in the world, and if you're just joining us for the first time at the Doc and Amy Show, we do a little thing called Two People, One Quote.
It's not little anymore, though.
No, it's not. It's sweeping
pretty
the nation.
big.
Yes, it's
pretty big.
It's iconic. What happens during Two People, One Quote is that Amy will offer John a quote and then suggest two potential authors for that quote. He has to pick the right author for that quote, and it's a very exciting game.
John, Eddie swept me last week.
Eddie,
he knew
clean
it
your clock,
like
man.
that. He must watch late
It was
night.
a shutout, man.
Right off
Yeah.
the bat. There was no guessing. I said the quote, and I gave the two names. He went bam, and he got it right every time.
So no pressure.
He has to watch
Wow.
late night.
He has to live.
I was
late night.
like, oh my God,
he
this
must
guy is sick.
He must have his own show.
Well, I've gotten used to the quotes now, and I can kind of tell who said what, or at least narrow it down. But I probably couldn't get all five right myself.
But they're written by writers.
But
so.
they all have different styles of joking.
There's the tone.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, and they work jokes in a different way. Craig Ferguson will do a couple little teeny weeny jokes, and at the end he'll blast it. And then the other ones just jam at you. Seth Meyers is a little more sarcastic.
All of his jokes are teeny weeny. So anyway, what we do is the Two People, One Quote. It's a very exciting game. Amy and John have this ongoing rivalry in this. And last week, Eddie was standing in at the board and shut her out. So we will see how it goes this week with John back in the saddle. And wish you luck, John.
Thank you.
We'll take off on this and see how it goes.
Okay. Even if you are not a basketball fan, tune into the NBA draft if you can, because it's a great opportunity to see Kardashian future ex-husbands. That was pretty good. David Letterman or Jimmy Kimmel?
I'm going to say Jimmy Kimmel.
David Letterman. I was hoping you'd say
that's
that.
one for Amy.
Didn't sound like a David Letterman
Just
joke.
pick Jimmy, for crying out loud. I
It
keep
didn't
telling you.
sound like David Letterman. That's why I picked
There's so many Jimmys on late night. It just ought to be called.
it. We'll just use the
There's
first
prime
name.
time and then Jimmy time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Amy is up 1. Let's see how this goes.
That player from Uruguay, Luis Suarez, who bit the Italian player, has been suspended for 9 games and banned for all soccer-related events for 4 months. They're also putting him on soft food for a while. Here we go. You got to pick this right. Was it Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel?
I'm going to say Jimmy Fallon.
It was Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, that's... well, you did pick Jimmy. I'll have to give you that.
You should get a half a point for that.
He's developing a real taste for those soccer players. He always carries some garlic bread in his pocket.
Oh, God. That's just crazy.
Well, okay, so Amy is up 2. It's still anybody's game, but it's really getting to the wire. So let's see what
Okay.
happens. We always do 5.
FIFA, I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Doesn't
Can I say it like that?
Sure.
I'm going to. Or FIFA.
FIFA.
FIFA. FOFA. FUMFA. Whatever. I was doing FIFA. FOFUM.
Careful, Dottie.
Anyway, FIFA, the World Soccer governing body, says the guy who did the biting has to wear one of those dog cones for the rest of the tournament. David Letterman or Seth Meyers?
Seth Meyers.
Oh, it was David Letterman. I thought you were going to get that
Oh,
one.
my goodness. Well, Amy has pulled into a convincing lead here with 3, but
That's okay.
we always do 5. We'll give John a chance to
I
get
got
on the board
whooped
here.
last week.
Well, it's
I need
time
a
for the
little-
comeback.
Yeah.
Yes.
At the World Cup, Uruguay's Luis Suarez bit a player from Italy's team. It's the 3rd time he's done it. The last time he bit a Chinese player and then claimed he was hungry an hour later. Love that one.
What another game.
That
yes.
was great. Conan O'Brien or Seth Meyers?
Seth Meyers.
It was Conan.
Oh, my
That
God,
sounded
John.
exactly like a Seth
You
Meyers
came in
quote.
this week with a vengeance.
That sounded like a Seth Meyers quote. It really did.
It sounded like a joke to me.
I reread them and I went back to check that it wasn't that I didn't mix up the names because it sounded Seth Meyers
Well,
to me.
you're
So,
doing swell, darling.
Awesome.
It's a 4-1. We
here
have
we go.
one left.
Okay.
John, got a
I
chance
hope
to get on
John
the
gets
board.
This one. A new report shows that Brooklyn is now one of the country's most popular baby names. Still the least popular baby name, Staten Island.
Hoboken.
Was it Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon?
I'm going to say Seth Meyers.
Yes!
Oh.
I mouthed it.
That's cheating. But that's okay. John made his appearance there, so he wasn't shut out completely, like Amy was last week. But Amy, it's 4-1. Amy, very good, well played, everyone. That was an exciting match. It was like I thought another shutout was coming.
I didn't realize that I picked so many soccer quotes.
I know. Well, that's appropriate because John has his own sports show.
Yeah.
The Johnny Forsyth show on Tuesday mornings, and that was you're giving him every opportunity, but he fell asleep at the wheel.
What was up with that guy? Why would he bite people?
I'm not a big soccer fan, but I saw the highlights of him biting him. Literally jumped on the guy's back and took a chunk out of his shoulder.
He thinks he's Mike Tyson or something?
Yeah.
What is that?
My God. And I read
You don't
something.
see a lot of that in wrestling. Well, you just can't see it, maybe.
I read something about the rules, and apparently you get a point for winning a game, but there were two teams that were tied, and because the U.S. had scored more goals, they moved up and the other team didn't.
Yeah, it goes by like goal differential.
They just draw straws. They
Why
know
don't
what
they
they're
just
doing.
do the brackets like they do with March Madness?
It's not even a real sport. Who cares?
Well, I think it kind of is a real sport.
People in California
it's a challenging sport.
We're talking to each other, and trying to convince each other to pretend to like the game.
No,
it's nothing.
well, look.
You go through 4 hours. You sit there watching these guys in their short little panties out there kicking the ball around, and it's still 0-0.
Let me say this, that I and John will probably get offended, and I'm sorry for that, but I think...
Your turn, John.
I think that soccer players are much better athletes than football players. Although they do have to lift to get strong because they're pushed around, those soccer players run a lot. It takes a lot of skill to kick that ball around.
And they don't wear ballet pants, so whatever.
Well, no, I'm not trying to... let's keep the derogatory attitude about sports out of this.
Want.
In all honesty,
you give me a mic, you could take what you get.
It takes an athlete to run around on that soccer field that whole time and kick that ball. I mean, that takes a lot of skill to do that. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I do have to give them some credit. There are some sports that do require a lot of skill.
Neither of them come even close to gymnasts. So
I would agree with that. You have to have a lot of strength and precision and skill to be. I agree with that. I'm just saying that's
one time you come down from a dismount and straddle that parallel bar like I did several times and come back the next day to practice, you definitely are into the sport. You're an athlete.
Oh, my God. But anyway.
So, well played. Amy almost shut out John. He came back at the very end there.
I'm glad. I got whooped last week. It was like, I gave it to him. Usually you'll pause for a second, think about it. And I read him the answers, and I'm like, Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon? He's Jimmy Fallon.
He dove on it. Yeah.
Conan O'Brien or David Letterman? Conan O'Brien. I'm like, dude, did you peek at my quotes ahead of time? I'm like, how the heck did he know all this? He must stay up and watch late night.
You can see the reflection in those big old blue eyes of yours.
Yeah, okay.
I know Eddie's not a big sports fan either, so I know he watches
isn't.
a lot of movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
he said he knew a lot
was the
about
movie
movies.
Guy,
Yeah, he said he knew a lot about movies, which, I mean, that was cool. We ended up not really talking about movies.
He didn't say what kind of movies. So,
he said he wasn't. Yeah, he said he wasn't really into sports, so he must watch, late night, and that's why he knew. Although, even if I watched all the shows, I wouldn't remember who said what.
I would.
Okay. Jeez.
Well, it's what I do. Anyway,
whenever you bust my chops, I'm
Please,
playing
John,
that all
please.
day. I love it.
Anything you can, any switch you can flip, any knob you can turn.
Just turn it off.
It's my new favorite sound. Just love it. That's the best. I'm going to do it at home, too.
Poo-poo?
I'm going to go, poo-poo, mommy. It's going to play. When you irritate me, I'll take the screen and go, bam, poo-poo, mommy.
I'm so looking forward to it. In other news, not that this should be unique to Tennessee necessarily, but it happened there. And I'm just going to give you the headline, and I'm going to let you judge to see if you think there's any hope for this person whatsoever.
Okay.
This is one of those erstwhile recipients of the Darwin Award. Unfortunately, you have to get
one of
that.
Those, huh?
You have to get that posthumously, and unfortunately, she has a little ways to go here. Yeah. A woman climbed over a railing at the Memphis Zoo, breached a barrier of thorn bushes, and tried to feed lions cookies through a piano wire fence as she sang to them.
And what did she sing?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I wanted to know what song she was
I don't
singing.
know. I don't know. It doesn't say that. It's not a very long article because, it's pure stupidity. The woman, who the zoo did not identify, has been banned for life. Really?
Laid
after
off,
the
ate off
incident.
her fingerprints.
And this was on Monday, I guess. She was trying to stick the cookies through the piano wire, Doty said, adding that the 3 lions in the enclosure backed away from her. Because
No, they
it's a lady with cookies singing at them. I would back away too. The woman was singing a song she had apparently made up.
Sounds like me. I baked these for you.
Zoo officials did not know what kind of cookies she tried to feed the lions.
Were they brownies?
They really have no information on this. They really don't need it. I mean, whatever. It was the second incident in 2 weeks involving the same woman. Okay?
Oh, my God. The lions did not back away from her.
Yeah, they'd seen her before. She was there a couple weeks ago, and they said,
funny.
all right, get away from the crazy lady.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Witnesses who called zoo security told authorities the woman appeared to drop her cell phone over the railing and retrieved it before going back over a second time. The lady that works at the zoo said they might look cute and cuddly, and they're absolutely adorable, but they're still wild, and they need to be respected by maintaining a safe distance. Who do you have to tell that to? Really?
Well, let me say that I saw something today, and I didn't look at it in depth. But on the same note, I think it was New York City or maybe the state of New York, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But they have banned selfies with tigers. They had to actually ban it, write a law banning it, because apparently people were trying to get in with tigers and take selfies, and I guess somebody got hurt.
Here's my question. I don't know if anyone in the room can answer this. Whatever happened to natural selection? Where stupid, moronic people were weeded from the herd by doing things like this.
Yeah.
Now they're inventing all kinds of medicine, trying to keep these idiots alive forever. They make cars that you can crash into atom bombs and big old bags blow up inside and save you. I don't think this is necessary. I think there should be some allowed natural selection so that we can be rid of these people.
Apparently, this bill came to light because there were a lot of men on places like Tinder and OkCupid taking pictures of themselves cuddling with the big cats, being sweet, but also being brave that they would be close to them. And that's why nobody got hurt, but that's why they've been banned. It was New York State.
Deserve to die.
I know, it's stupidity. And a lot of those cats are fed well and trained so they won't attack you, but if you catch them at the wrong time or you do something they don't like, they will.
Where were the cats?
They just had pictures of themselves with the cats. I don't know if they went to a zoo or a private home, like sanctuary or something, where they allowed them to take a picture.
Well, somebody allowed
They wouldn't
it.
allow you at a zoo.
No, they wouldn't. But here's my point. You don't need a law for this.
Yeah.
What you need is
Let
a
them do
tiger
what they want.
who's on his game to set the bar a little higher.
I agree.
I know. Eat one of these guys, things will change all by themselves.
I understand there are times when we need laws and regulations to protect
need any
people.
more laws.
To protect people because they're uneducated about something, like mortgages or something where most of the population doesn't know enough to protect themselves.
Yes,
but I would venture to guess that
we need a big bloated organization in the government.
A big portion of the population understands that tigers eat people if they're hungry or if they're not in a good mood. So most people would understand that it's not a smart idea to take a selfie with a tiger. And if I hear the word selfie one more time, I'm going to strangle someone. It's
you
the most
just said
annoying
it 4 times in that sentence.
I know. It's so annoying.
She's
I'm
going to
name it
suicide
something else.
right here for something she said herself. Okay, so a little hint from the Doc and Amy show. We always try to do at least one PSA while we're on the air on Sundays. Stay out of the big cat's cages, okay? They don't want their picture taken with you. They don't want your cookies. They don't want your song.
They don't want your cookies. Do you think she baked them, the cookies?
And God knows what was in them.
It was probably like kitten meat or something.
Walking around in a lion cage, singing a song. What do you think was in the cookies?
Wow. That's kind of scary.
Speaking of which...
Oh, cookies?
No. What might possibly be in the cookies, we have another hero of humanity, a Homo sapien without so much sapien. A man came to court hiding pot in his left sock. Oh, it gets better. In Stamford, Connecticut, authorities say a Connecticut man who told his probation officer he wasn't foolish enough to bring drugs into a courthouse had been hiding 19 bags of pot in his left sock.
How did you do that?
He must have huge feet. I don't know. Darren Shelley of Stamford is scheduled to return Monday to Stamford Superior Court on a charge of possession with intent to sell. Sounds right to me. Authorities tell the Advocate the 22-year-old Shelley reeked of marijuana when he met June 9th with his probation officer. When the officer asked about it, Shelley allegedly said he was not a fool and did not bring drugs into the court. But the officer said a pat-down revealed 19 bags of pot. Okay? Shelley's being held on $5,000 bond, and he faces a possible revocation of his probation on charges of risk of injury to a minor. Okay. So, another, that's not so Darwin Award right there, because...
How big were these bags? I mean, how could you possibly fit...
Trash bags, darling. 19 of them in his sock.
in your sock?
They were little tiny baggy things, like the ones that you put in French fries. Little things.
Yeah, speaking of that.
Yeah, can I help you with that segue?
Yeah,
that heavy lifting? Go ahead.
Yeah. So this week, a Maryland woman found a little something extra in her fries after taking a trip to a local Sonic restaurant.
Darling, could you open this segue for me? It's a little tight.
Carla McFarland of Frederick took her children to the fast food restaurant on Guilford Drive on Wednesday and found a bag of weed in her fries. Sales at Sonic have increased 200,000% since Wednesday.
Do you want high with that?
I have another one.
Huh? Is it?
It is.
Is it as funny as that?
I have a headline.
We have a headline, John.
Okay. Girl 7 sprayed with weed killer. In response, a little girl said, "I don't know what her problem is. I haven't smoked weed in like 3 years."
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Actually,
it wasn't R. Kelly's kid.
No, it wasn't. Actually, the real story was it was actually weed killer, like weeds that grow in the ground, not weed.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Roundup.
But they had a picture of the woman. It was like a 60-year-old lady.
Roundup from the ground up. There you go.
Who sprayed her with the weed killer.
Really?
And she looked probably like how the cookie lady at the zoo with the tigers looked.
Probably.
They might have even been the same person.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know, but maybe she confused it. Maybe she meant to give the cookies to the little girl and spray the tiger with the weed killer. I don't know.
Which would make infinitely more sense.
But she looked like she was walking on hot coals while someone was giving her an enema or something. Like the look on her face.
You've seen this?
No, just the look on this old lady's face is she couldn't have been more miserable. Who sprays a little kid with weed killer?
Right, use Drano for crying out loud. It works like that.
I'm like, seriously?
Well, I don't know.
These people are insane. And then what's with the
we need a law about the weed killer.
Locking the kids in basements and in apartments this week,
I'm all for that.
Yeah, whatever. That's crazy.
Some things you just don't want to mess with. Now,
and you have 10 children when you're 28 years old. My God.
What, 2 sets of quintuplets? How do you do that?
What?
10 children when you're 28? That's like you reach 18 and you're constantly pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Well, I've seen that. I'm from Indiana. Never mind.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay. So it was the hiding pot in sock. Here's another, again, not quite Darwinish, but close.
Okay.
I'm sure in this lady's future, there is a Darwin Award. Okay? And this happened in Kelso, Washington. Police say a woman was trying to back her car into the drive-thru lane of a Jack in the Box restaurant in Kelso, Washington, when she crossed over a median into a water meter, through shrubs, sideswiped the menu board, and caused $18,000 in damage.
Oh, my God.
For fast food. Authorities say the 21-year-old woman tried to flee. The 21-year-old woman tried to flee Monday and fought with employees until police arrived. The Daily News reports police found she was extremely impaired, like mentally, and had arrest warrants for drunken driving and driving with a suspended license. Probably that too. And she, I guess, went away hungry as well. Now, I have a related story to this from my own experience. We had a Taco Bell in my hometown. They built a Taco Bell before the advent of every restaurant having a drive-through. So it didn't have one when it was built. And they had to make this loop around the back of the parking lot and back through in order to add the drive-through, but the drive-up window was on the passenger side of the car.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was idiotic. So you drove in one lane, you made this horseshoe bend, like a golf club kind of thing, and back up alongside the building. And I was driving a 57 Cadillac, which is the size of an Abrams tank.
Yeah.
And I'm, I don't know, 17, 18 years old, and I'm smarter than everyone else. So I stop in the street, back into the drive-through lane, back all the way around, and pull up so that my window is against the driver's, the drive-up window.
Right.
Didn't hit a thing, not even the curb.
Right.
Got and the girl working the window was not impressed, but I did get my food, and I got out, and I didn't have to crawl clear across the car and pull in from the wrong side.
Right.
So I have done this with zero damage.
Okay.
This lady wiped out half of Kelso, Washington, trying to get her Jack in the Box. So
that's a little personal.
Well, that did sound a little weird, didn't it? Oh boy. So
we used to have Jacks in the Box or Jack in the Boxes. I guess it would be Jack in the Boxes.
Jack in the Box restaurants.
There you go. That would be more.
You're welcome. What we would like to do at this point is to pause for a little bit of interlude to honor those people who bring the Doc and Amy show to you. And we will be back after these messages, so hang on.
Little secret of ours, CPS Computers. They have new computers and equipment for you at great prices, and they do free diagnostics, and they can fix your broken machine for you. And get this, they can also do screen repair, and now hard drive recovery. Remember, diagnostics are free, and if you have a computer-related need, they can help you out. They have 2 locations, one in Woodbury Heights at 722 Mantua Pike between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. The phone number for that location is 856-251-1005. And they have another location in Cinnaminson in the Sherwin-Williams Plaza at 1204 Route 130 North. The phone number for that location in Cinnaminson is 856-829-3289. For a limited time, just mention the Doc and Amy Show for a 10% discount and look for information and coupons on our website, thedocandamyshow.com. Remember, CPS Computers for everything you need for your computer.
At Steel Shield Consulting, we're aware that these troubled economic times lead to, trouble. We stand ready to provide the security solutions and peace of mind that people desire at a minute fraction of the cost of national firms with multi-year contracts. Companies that offer cookie-cutter, bare-bones packages that leave vulnerabilities in place. Since the idea is total protection, shouldn't you be offered total solutions? At Steel Shield Consulting, we strive to construct an impenetrable barrier of protection, custom designed to cover all the bases. The time is now. The need is urgent and money is tight. We address this with Steel Shield's triple play, promptly addressing critical home security needs while working within budgets. Save yourself thousands without sacrificing protections. Remote alarm notification, two-way emergency voice communication, and all the important features you want and need can be had for thousands less than the other guys. Call Steel Shield today and give yourself the peace and security you need at 856-571-3939. That's 856-571-3939. Steel Shield Consulting.
Do you like great Italian food? Then you have to visit The Vault, located at 810 East Clements Bridge Road in Runnymede, New Jersey. They make the best South Philly gravy and homemade meatballs and feature Richie's Pizza, voted the best of South Jersey 5 years in a row. Check out our specials. Monday and Thursdays is Burger Mania. Choose one of 13 great burgers with fries for only $7.50. Wednesdays and Saturdays, enjoy one of 14 great pasta dishes, including salad and garlic bread, for just $9.99. Thursdays and Fridays, it's Richie's award-winning large pizza, $8.99 dine-in or take-out. Sunday, it's delicious meals of mussels for $8.99 or manicotti and meatballs for $9.99. Every day is special at the Vault. Enjoy our Summer Wing Fest 2014. Get this, folks, 10 jumbo party wings, only $6.50. And every day is happy hour. Great drink specials from 11 to 7. That's the Vault at 810 East Clements Bridge Road between the Black Horse Pike and the Jersey Turnpike. Their telephone number is 856-219-3441. The Vault, locking in savings on great food. Get to the Vault.
The Doc and Amy Show has a new member of our growing family, TLC's Polish Water Ice. They have 2 convenient locations nearby to serve you. In Woodbury at 534 Route 45 next to Domino's and 460 Herfville Cross Keys Road by the subway. This creamy water ice treat that began on the boardwalk is now proud to say, from the boardwalk to your sidewalk. But more about that in a minute. Let's have Amy tell you about her personal experience.
I was never a fan of water ice until I got a free sample at the boardwalk one day, and I was hooked. I'm addicted. When we visited the Washington Township store, Matt, the owner, was so nice. We had a double take deal that we couldn't use up since it was just the 2 of us, and he insisted that we take some more home.
I've spoken with Matt as well, and I'm impressed not only with their customer service, but they're making it more convenient than ever for you to get some great Polish water ice. Now, from the boardwalk to your sidewalk, let you know that if you have an event or fundraiser and would like to include some amazing Polish water ice, their Will Come to You program makes that happen. Matt will make sure that your event includes that great Polish water ice treat. Just give him a call at 856-381-3332 or email him at eatpolishwaterice@gmail.com. And be on the lookout for Polish water ice available at retailers around the area.
And you can find them on Facebook at TWP Polish Water Ice. Go try it for yourself. You'll get hooked too.
Alrighty then. Well, now that we're all hooked and everything, we just got off on the topic of the bags and socks and that. Yes, thank you very much. So I don't know. That's my ongoing tie-in, I guess. This is not funny. So
we'll make it funny somehow.
It's going to be warned for that. We are in the Philly, New Jersey area, and there are lots of things around it very historic.
Right.
And this month actually marks the 234th anniversary of the largest field artillery battle of the American Revolution, the Battle of Monmouth. So I think we still have one more day to reenact that.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, I think we should. We could just go get some cannon.
Some cannon?
Cannon, yes. That's,
what do you like? Is that like ghetto revolutionary? Yo, let's go get some cannon.
That is the plural of cannon, is cannon.
Isn't it cannons?
I don't believe so. Well, let's just let her prove me right again. Anyway, happy Monmouth anniversary, 234 years ago. If that battle had not been won, we'd be speaking British and have really good television and really bad food right now. So, whatever.
We are both correct. It can either be cannons or cannon.
But cannon is most correct.
It does not say that. Cannons is first.
I don't care what it says. That's what I said.
It doesn't matter what you say. This is the Merriam-Webster dictionary.
It's the Doc and Amy show. Doc and Amy. So,
you know what?
That's cool. Yes, it is. We have a new. John, I know this is probably the most exciting thing I've read all day.
Oh, please.
We have a new World's Ugliest Dog.
We do?
We do. 2014 Peanut.
Oh.
Now, a former World's Ugliest Dog came from Sewell, New Jersey, right down the road from here.
Yes.
And it was truly an ugly dog, but this dog is atrocious.
Well, why can't I see a picture of it?
You have a computer in front of you. Go for it. Dog's name is Peanut.
That's great.
The only thing that you can stand to look at in its photograph is that blue ribbon that's hanging around what should be its neck.
So they actually have a competition for this?
With the world's ugliest dog? No, it's a competition, yes. How would they get the world's ugliest dog if they don't search the world for ugly dogs? So Peanut, congratulations, was crowned Friday, June 20th at the Sonoma County Fair in Petaluma, California. Peanut, as you might surmise, is a 2-year-old mutt. And it's been named, I can't even look at the picture without laughing, the world's ugliest dog. Peanut is from North Carolina. So there you go.
Oh.
Yes, you should.
Everybody has video. I just want to see a picture of the dog.
Right. Oh, jeez. Right there. Just lean over there.
I can't see it very well.
Oh, get some glasses. Jeez. When you reach a certain age, things start to go.
I see it's missing hair, fur on its legs.
Missing hair. It's got an underbite that makes it look like an upside-down rake. Its eyes are on odd sides of its head. I don't know how many ears it has. It looks like maybe 3. I don't know. This is one ugly dog.
Wow.
Yeah, that is an ugly. I encourage everyone to not eat and look at this dog. That is a disgusting animal.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a better picture.
A better picture? Really? You can...
Looks like he got his teeth whitened and straightened. No, I'm not kidding. He got the Paris Hilton makeover.
I'm sure they put a lot of money into this dog's orthodontics.
I think maybe the dog was hitting some of that sonic weed or something. It was
eating
looking...
Eating the cookies.
Looked like a gremlin.
I think somebody threw it in a lion's cage and it just barely made it out.
It looks just like a gremlin, though.
It looks worse than a gremlin. Anyway,
wow.
That's one ugly dog. Anyway, that story jumped out at me. I had to share that. If you have anything to share, you can, of course, do that. You can call us at 856-227-1360. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show, and so forth and so on.
Okay.
Well, I said all of it before, whatever. Now we have... I did that one. I've actually got some things on here I can't discuss.
How come?
Because they're not at all interesting.
I have an announcement.
They're on the American economy. Nobody wants to hear that.
No, I have an announcement, though.
Go for it.
A new movie has been announced that will promote awareness for testicular cancer. Finally. It's called Saving Private Ryan's Privates.
Oh, jeez. I'd like to thank the Academy of Urologic Science. So, thank you for that.
What scares me is that my mind thinks that way.
I'm not surprised. So, we did the... I'm looking for... Oh, there it is. In Arizona.
Okay.
Now, Arizona has been having its problems.
Yes, it has.
Its border is as porous as cheesecloth. There are all kinds of things happening in Arizona that just... there are problems. This particular story basically solidifies my position that computers are in control of way too much.
Okay.
We have relinquished human control over to computers that we blame everything on when they don't work right.
Right.
It's a convenience if,
if it works right.
If you don't want to take blame for anything, you can blame it on the computer. The problem is the computers control everything.
Right.
And more goes wrong with them. So this is from Phoenix. The Arizona transportation officials say a new system is to blame for some people getting the wrong picture on their driver's permit.
Oh, jeez.
So this guy, here's a lady's driver's license pictured. Now, her name is Jelani Sample.
Okay.
So that's Jelani is not a guy's name. It's obvious.
Yeah.
But the picture on the driver's license is decidedly a guy.
Oh my God!
And they say that and of course that's the new system causing the glitch. Blah blah blah. It's and it won't be long probably before the state of Arizona loses all of its emails and pleads the fifth.
I don't understand though, because when you go to the DMV, you get your license on the spot. So wouldn't you know that it was wrong?
The computer in storing the photographs apparently was switching some of them around.
Okay, so it wasn't the actual license. Okay.
It's the actual license, yes.
Well, but you walk away with your license. Wouldn't you be like, okay, this isn't my picture?
I wouldn't walk away with that face on my license. But no, yeah, that's how they discovered it.
Oh,
I'm sure she looked at that and said, this does not look like me.
Yeah.
This person has different equipment than I do.
It should be pretty simple, though. I mean, I don't understand.
My point.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
If you're putting a machine that can perform 1 billion operations a second,
yeah,
and has decades of software leading up to its very existence, it should be able to spit out a driver's license.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Not so.
Yeah.
So all of this, that's why I'm saying our reliance on computers is still, even at this stage of technology, a little bit ill-conceived.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
crazy.
all I'm saying. When the robots take over, then whatever. It's not going to matter anymore. So, but that's Arizona. You can, if you don't need cosmetic surgery, just go get your license. You can be anybody you want. And now, you had something on, you did the French fry thing, didn't you?
Yeah, but I have little Sarah Palin something.
Oh, we love Sarah Palin.
Yeah, and in an interview, in a recent interview, Sarah Palin, when asked about Isis, she replied that Isis was her favorite character from Frozen and started singing Let It Go.
I see. But you talked about that old lady walking down the sidewalk with the enema. She should be singing that as well.
The question is that a real story, or did I make that up?
What do you think, John? You want to pick up another point here?
Do you think Sarah Palin thought Isis was a character in Frozen, or do you think she knew who Isis was, what Isis was?
I think it's a real story.
No, it's fake.
Really?
Sorry, John. I gave you a
That's how dumb she is, though. It's believable. Yeah. She is that stupid.
But she did watch Frozen from her yard. So.
Yeah, really. Exactly. She can see the Disney studio from her yard.
Yes. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Now, not based on her political acumen.
Yeah.
Or her educational background, or anything else that is a consideration of intelligence. All of that notwithstanding, I like Sarah Palin because she just gives us a lot to talk about.
Yes, she does.
And she's not got a face like most politicians, that nasty, scary, Hillary Clinton-ish. But she's okay. She looks friendly.
My problem with her is that
except to bears, she doesn't look friendly to bears.
She attempts to be very genuine, and she's extremely fake and clueless. That's my issue with her. At least most politicians just are what they are, but she just tries to be so genuine and down to earth, and she's not. She's stupid. So
but you can be down to earth and stupid.
She's stupid for
look at Jethro
expecting
Bodine.
us to believe her.
Well, there's a lot of that going on in Washington.
Yeah, that is true. She's not alone.
That just puts her at the bottom of the heap, basically. What is that?
I don't know. Tell me.
Tell
me what that is.
I'm looking for. I think we discussed this, and it was things to buy fathers on Father's Day to make their Father's Day great.
Yeah.
And this is from MSN, which is a mentally stagnated network or whatever it stands for. I don't know. And some of it went away. One of the things they had was a computer, a throw blanket, a Pendleton throw blanket. Now, these are obviously
chicks. It has to be a Pendleton?
Yes. These are obviously chicks.
John, do you know what a Pendleton throw blanket is?
No idea.
You do not.
Okay, here's the quote.
Do you know what a Pendleton throw blanket is?
I'm freaking looking at it. Now, here's the quote. Now, this is a bunch of chicks getting together to decide what men like, okay, which is decidedly wrong anyway. Here is Ariane Goldman's, who's the founder of Hatch, whatever Hatch is. She says, I'll get my husband some Havaianas espadrilles made with rubber sole like the flip-flops. Ever since traveling to Brazil, he's been raving about them. And maybe a Pendleton throw for his favorite chair. Are you serious? Why don't you get him some stones?
What man would ever want espadrilles?
Yeah.
So my dad, yeah, Amy, I really wanted espadrilles for Father's Day, but I'll take the beer. I kind of wanted the rubber-soled ones, but I guess the cloth ones will do.
Like flip-flops. Yes, okay. Because they're just...
This blanket from Kohl's is okay, but I really wanted the Pendleton one.
All these freaky social engineers aren't going to be happy until they completely emasculate the males of the world. Here's another one. Jen Falik, who's a fashion and beauty expert. I'm getting my husband a Longhorn wall mount to put on the wall of his study in our new house. It is blah, blah, blah. And she's also getting him a Bond number 9 Wall Street candle. She's getting him a candle.
What?
Yes.
What's a Wall Street candle?
Who the hell knows? I don't know. This one lady is giving her husband a 50-mile bike ride and a new helmet.
Oh yeah, you told us about this.
Yeah, she doesn't relate whether or not it's round trip, so we don't know if she really likes the guy. Here are some watches. Modify watches, a Mod of the Month club. Their interchangeable watch faces and straps come in tons of fun colors and patterns.
Apparently,
to match your espadrilles.
Bond number 9 Wall Street is a fragrance. I've never even heard of it.
It smells like money. Yeah, get me one.
It does, because it's like $300.
Here's one. Jennifer Fisher. I'm getting my husband Kevin a vintage Schwinn Stingray bike with the banana seat and the handlebar, the ape hanger handlebars.
Oh my God.
That clearly screams macho. Here's the only gift that really makes sense.
Okay.
Beer.
Yeah, I think pretty much most guys would like that.
Beer. Done. Yes. Yes. Tiffany Tyson, actress and co-founder of Petite Nest. That's a weird-looking word. My husband, Brady, is Texan. It is a weird-looking word. Is Texan, so it's only natural that he loves beer. And we're taking a tour of a local brewery, and I'm having a special kind of beer privately labeled with his picture on it saying, "Cheers, Dad." So if you're filthy rich...
That's cute.
Yeah, but...
That's nice.
But even... if you're not, darling, beer is good. Anytime. Any type of gift giving.
I got you something better than beer.
You did, but I'm just saying, from this point forward, just know that.
Fine, I won't get you a good gift anymore then, because I got you a good gift.
Beer is a good gift.
That you needed.
You did.
You can't sit on it, though.
Going forward. You can, but.
You can. Can.
How do you think I get those caps off?
Anyway. Jeez.
So,
I had some headlines.
All right, Amy's got some headlines. We need some.
Okay. Here we go.
We should have music for this,
but we won't.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to? I can do.
No. You're giving up another poopy thing or whatever.
No, I'm not going to do a poopy thing. No, I can.
John, the show has. And now, Amy's headlines.
Okay. Missing plane passengers reported cause of death. Dying in a plane crash? I don't know. Johnny Depp joining reality show.
Johnny Depp
joining reality show. And in related news, fighter jet lands on stool. In response, Johnny Depp said he was outraged that they landed on his show.
Okay, all right.
Seriously, missing plane passengers reported cause of death.
Well, they didn't say they died in a plane crash. They're just missing. So when they landed, they weren't in the plane.
Well, they can only fly for so long. They probably died of crashing in a plane.
What plane are we talking about?
I don't know. I didn't click on the story.
I mean, wasn't there a movie where they were in the air and all of a sudden passengers came up missing and the plane...
That was a movie. That doesn't really happen.
Could happen.
No, it couldn't. And then fighter jet lands on stool.
I saw that. That was, it was a Harrier. It was making a vertical landing and its nose wheel was locked in the up position. So they put a device out there shaped like the front end of the fuselage, and he set the nose of the plane right down on it.
Wow. It just
Nice
came
piece
to
of
when I
flying
saw
there.
Stool there. I just couldn't resist.
Yeah, well, it's
And then I saw Johnny Depp, and everything made the connection.
Johnny Depp
Johnny
screams.
Shep.
He screams stool
Yeah, he does.
and espadrilles.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, whatever. I can't say that word on the radio.
No, you can't.
I can. I can.
Apparently, Easy Pass is opening up for private use. They're trying to make some money.
Uh-huh.
So, a very famous person is testing it. Traffic has been backing up for miles in front of Paris Hilton's house, so she installed Easy Pass on her front door. And then on the back door, she installed self-injecting antibiotic station. Just, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where you hang the Easy Pass thing. I don't. We want to know.
Let's just call it a necklace and.
Okay, yeah.
Call that
Could
a
be
day.
like a wrapper with the big picture frame thing.
It's bling.
Yeah.
It's easy bling.
Easy bling.
Yeah.
Put the bag of weed in your sock.
19
Easy
of them.
Pass around your neck. Bring your French fries. You're good to go.
Super Bowl ring. You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Everything's great. So
You walk through Paris Hilton's house. There's a they're giving away Kardashians at the back door.
oh my God.
Anyway,
they're a mess.
Yeah, they are.
I think really soon people are going to get sick of them and they're going to go away. Thank God.
You think?
Because it's just. They don't even do anything, but besides go to clubs and wear shirts with their junk hanging out.
Well, I saw a picture of, I guess it's Kim.
Yeah.
The one that's everywhere. I don't know.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Was in a blue dress. She was massive.
I saw that.
She was massive.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw one of her pushing a baby carriage, and she looked like someone spent 17 hours on her, and she had a blazer on that went down to her navel that showed everything while she's pushing a baby carriage.
Could you pull that up so I can see it?
Really?
Whatever.
Seriously, like, are you kidding me? I just, it's a shame because it's not reality.
They look real to me. No,
He cracked me up. Oh my God.
Anyway, so now are we prepared with an outgoing?
Yeah, I sent John a song. But we have a couple more minutes.
Well, I know. I'm just trying to make sure that all bases are covered here.
Yeah, we have a couple more minutes. We can just shitty chat.
We can't
That's
say
my new word.
Our listeners weren't warned that there are still 2 minutes of this torture left to go.
Yeah, so it's a new Todd Chappelle song, or one that I have not seen, Full of Bees. And To Let It Be.
Isn't that the one that he wrote right after the Delaware incident where the truckload of bees crashed?
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, we have played that. I didn't remember it was... Oh, I was thinking of the Wilmington bridges falling down. There was so much going on in Delaware. Bees, bridges.
Whose bridges are falling down?
No,
is that a Kardashian picture? I haven't seen it.
I know.
Probably.
They're just...
if not yet, it will be.
They're all insane.
Yeah, well, go figure. I'm just waiting for... tomorrow, start a new week to see Bruce Jenner's new face.
I know. It's really scary.
See what model he's sporting this week.
Did you hear about Emma, whatever her name is? Emma Watson.
Emma Watson. Now, she's the one from Harry Potter.
Yeah, and she had a legal maid in her house. She was there on a visa, a visitor's visa, but she was working.
Yeah.
In England.
Like, that's uncommon.
I know, but they blast it all over the news. Like, it's like, hello, welcome to our world here in the U.S. Imagine if they put that on the news here. It would never have any. There would be like a ticker tape across the thing.
They play it during the commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big deal. It's
like, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, so Hermione has an illegal maid. Big deal. She went to school at Hogwarts.
What's up with that name, Hermione?
That's a very traditional name.
It is?
Yes.
English name?
No, it's Martian.
Shut up.
Of course it's an English name.
I never heard the name. I thought they made it up for Harry Potter.
Hermione Gingold was a famous entertainer from a few years back.
Wow, that's egregious.
No, Egregious was Egregious Philbin. He was on morning television.
Egregious Philbin.
Anyway, we want to thank you for joining us here for the Doc and Amy Show. It's been lovely once again. We encourage you to join us again at your own risk next Sunday at 5 p.m. We are going to close with Todd Chappelle's B song. I forget the title, but that's just me. On behalf of John and Amy and myself, we would like to say thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
When I find myself in Delaware, a state policeman comes to me saying, roll up all your windows, 'cause there's bees. And when I'm stuck in traffic and there's lots of